Chris, speak on it.
This is the thing. Everybody, a man or a woman, up until it comes to the time where they got to make men and women choices and decisions in their life. A lot of times you got folks out here whose coping mechanism to dealing with life is to ignore situations. And there is no more ignoring now. See, what happens is that you've been placed into this specific place in this holding period in order for you to be able to deal with life. But a lot of times what folks are doing now is taking the cover, putting it over their head, trying to drown out things with music, trying to drown out things with other distractions. You can't smoke this away. You can't drink this away. You can't do none of this other stuff in order to make life go away. This is the time where you have to deal with it. And folks say, well, I feel how I feel. I deal with it on another day. This is the problem. This is the problem. You grown and ain't nobody had this conversation with you, but I'm gonna have it with you today. You got to deal with it. This is the problem. Too many people you've kept in your circle are pampering your BS, and it's time out for it. Now them same people can't comfort you in the way. God will have them distracted or in a whole nother place where they can't coach you out of stuff no more. Now it's time for you to cultivate the man or woman within. Now you got to face the music on what you've been disobedient about. When God told you to move in situations and you didn't move. When God is telling you now to walk away from a job, a relationship, or whatever it is. And now you're saying, I'm just going to cover my head and pray for a better day. This is not childhood. You are an adult. You have to deal with that little boy or that little girl that you never allowed to grow up because you were comfortable with he or she being pampered all along. Your coping mechanism in life cannot be to ignore. There's no more time for ignoring. You know why? Because you swept stuff under the rug and now you tripping over the rug. Now life is having its way with you. Why are you continuing in that path of destruction? In times of a crisis, then you want to blame God. God ain't got nothing to do with the fact that you ignored instruction year after year, time after time. This is all on you, player. It's all on you. Everything that you have allowed to build up until this point when you know that there are some changes in your life and you be saying, well, I'm just waiting on a sign. I'm just waiting on a sign. Now is the time. Everybody talking about, I just need time to deal with this, or I need time to deal with that. But you have nothing but time, space, and opportunity, yet and still you find the need to shelve things in your life. This is what we're dealing with. Crisis is not going to stop. You are going to continue having head pain, I'm just feeling this type of pain in my head and my head just swelling. Yeah, and ulcers and everything else are going to be forming because you refuse to deal with life. Man, woman, boy, or girl, this is the state. Your coping mechanism cannot be ignoring. It can only work for so long. The very thing that you ignore is going to be your demise in the end. You better handle it in this season. God has spoken a word to you. You're not waiting on anything. God is not delayed. You are. This is the time. No more pampering the BS that's in your life. Deal with it. Love you much. Mwah.